So, on the left side, we have BONKY Star Rail. Oh, thank you, Gaelic. BONKY Star Rail with Chinese, Canadian, German, and American personnel. We've heard this team before, but we haven't been able to cover too much of it in the past. They are from the Ho-Yoverse, been existing since 2023. And their goals are to make Fiorina great again. Today has been pretty active, as there are giveaways for activeness. That's right. Do I have a backup generator in case the power goes out? No, I do have a battery backup, though, DS9, so I can at least shut down the PCs and stuff. But no. Where I live, the power grid is relatively stable. I say that as there was one time I was actually casting King of the Sea, the finals King of the Sea. And it was a time when Raptor and I had both told Wargaming, fly us down, we'll be, you know, we'll put things together. And they said no. And they wanted to do instead, they wanted to do, you know, kind of like what I'm doing here where I stream and kind of phone it in. And they went to introduce me. As soon as I started talking, bam, lost power. God, I was so pissed. I was so bloody pissed. Made it back, but still embarrassing, frustrating, you know, all the stuff. So that's HSR, and they are facing BNANA. They started early, so let's take a look. We've got American, Canadian. There's Murica, who's Canadian. I never knew that. Interesting. Some South Koreans. North Korean? Bratstar for life. They want to be noticed by BNANA. They've been around since 2018, and they have been hatched from hunger eggs. Whatever the heck that means. All right, let's go. So, next up, we've got HSR versus BNANA on Riposte. HSR has a single destroyer, Eclipse Tournament Edition, followed by a Moskva with unique upgrade, a Petropavlovsk with unique upgrade, and 2 Tournament Edition Odins. Note how neither of them have really spec'd into secondaries, instead opting to go for the buffed AP skill. And no fire prevention. That feels weird to me. It feels weird because you have a limited number of DCPs and heals. But you do get 12 kilometer concealment because of that. And they also finally have their Ohio. Opposing them to the south wearing red is BNANA with a Smoland, a Ragnar with Jersey Mike. Does a Smoland have Jersey Mike? He is. Another Moskva. This is unique upgrade. Our first time seeing this entire day in the tournament so far. A Howland Lu with unique upgrade. A Castilla again. I don't know. Murica is in his brick, his Vermont. He loves that brick. We've seen him do some dirty things in KOTS in the past with that Vermont. Hello, Logger. How you doing? So, Arona is going to start off by backing in with the Tournament Edition Kleber, using radiolocation and dazzle. Interesting, interesting. Smoker heal, heal. Okay, I feel like the heal is, from what I've seen in this tournament so far, the heal is probably the superior choice. Smoke is okay, but I think the heal is just better. Torping the traditional Moskva position. We just got spotted. Of course, Ragnar Radar does the Ragnar Radar thing. But I feel like people were ready for that. I heard some shots coming out from the Petropavlovsk and from the Moskva. Possibly, yes, also from the Ohio. Everybody getting some chip damage in on the Ragnar. Verona goes dark. Does he connect with these single fire torpedoes? Looks like he connected a little bit. Moskva is currently flooding. There's another one. There's a DCP. And look, he used his reload booster. And the Moskva might not be realizing that there's more torpedoes coming his way. He is doing the smart thing and backing up, though. Hydro going, so he'll probably be okay. Probably. Backing off, we can see a Howlin' trying to Dutch oven the Moskva. And those torpedoes do indeed miss the Moskva. Ragnar is able to go into the A cap, though. Is going to flip it for his team. What is this Odin doing all the way out here? Trying to smash the Castilla. All right. The other Odin is all the way down in the south. It's like they're trying to envelop the enemy in the middle, and like interesting overall strategy there. Really don't get the idea of the Castilla, but it seems to be working out for Team BNANA right now, as the Odin is forced to use a DCP and a heal. Look at how many hit points you can get back in that Odin Tournament Edition. It's wild. Absolutely wild. It goes dark. He's got 3 more DCPs and 2 more heals in the tank. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Scott grabs the C cap, uncontested. More Howlin' Dutch ovens approaching. And Arona just staying put on that side, really trying to do what he can to get these core pits on the Moskva, but Kester is just doing a nice job of saying, nope, I'm going to go to where I know it's safe, and I'm just going to laugh at all these torpedoes that aren't going to hit me. Very static game developing right now, and you look at the points, not much in between the point differential there. Petro detected now. Oh, big hit there from the Petro on the small end. Look at that. 10K. I think he's gonna feel that one in the morning. Flipper boat uses his radar. He's got his heel going. I'm curious what they're trying to make work now. Maribel forced to stop in his Odin, dealing with brick shells in his face. Comes another Dutch oven. There's 1 fire on the Odin. There's 2 that will probably draw out the DCP. There it goes. Now he's using the special upgrade for DCP, so he's essentially going to be immune to fire and flood for a little bit longer than normal. They really want Castoris' Moskva down. He's once again using the radar. I do like how Arona's Kleberi got over to the side here so that he can get a nicer angle into Castoris' Moskva. Basically force him to either go forward into the secondaries of the Ohio, or sit there and take all these torpedoes. Looks like he's chosen to take all the torpedoes. Bam. There he goes. First blood going to Honkai Star Rail. And at this point, the Ohio should be able just to walk into A. There's really no torpedo threat for him. It's just the Howlin' Dutch ovens that he has to deal with and try to swat those planes away. Scott's Petro quite low. I am curious, how much damage? We got 25,000 damage from the Odin. I think that's what hit him just before he died. We didn't see the shells coming in, because this game doesn't like to really render shells anymore when you've got lots of shells in the air, it seems. Or maybe I just didn't catch him. Either way, America now shooting at Scott's Petropavlovsk. Some really solid hits. Not enough for the kill, but enough to make Scott feel bad about where he's at right now. Flipper is being rotated. I think they're trying to get in a position where they can torpedo the Odin. Ooh, Flipper opening up with his small end guns, trying to get the Petro on fire. Like it didn't happen. Got a little bit of damage in though. Uh-oh. Maribel turning out, seeing a potential problem. America, though, just getting pounded. Ooh, Scott! 383 hit points. And he doesn't have a heal for a while, but does manage to use the AP to take out America's Vermont. Look at that. Meanwhile, the Ohio gets farmed out by the Ragnar. And I'm sure the Castillo was helping with that too. We have a Howdenlu versus Moskva showdown in the middle of the map. Over here, we've got 4 ships all vying for the win, but honestly, I mean, HSR looks far healthier in this particular arena. Especially with that salvo. So, now the question becomes, how do you, as a Howdenlu, deal with this guy coming in? You get teammates to shoot. Flandre wants the ram, and BNANA doesn't want to give it to him. Gotta be careful not to sit broadside here. He's gonna have to go straighten out his turn. Try to get skinny. Flandre was unable to get the drive-by he wanted. Probably needed to slow down. Now he's kinda stuck and beached. Not how you want to be in a Moskva. Nice hit there from the Dutch oven. And that's 1 sticky fire. Heal is down for another 20 seconds. Smallland is trying to challenge the Odin, but that's just not going to happen. Bye-bye. I almost wonder if you don't need... I should look at it maybe after this game. I almost feel like I've seen players without running secondary Odin spec, and it feels like their range is about the same. All that's left is the Howdenlu in the middle of the map. This will be a victory for BONKY Star Rail, HSR. But first, the Howdenlu has to kill something, so he feels better about his situation. There we go. There's our double death pick. And congratulations to HSR. All right. Get away from the wee business for a second here. Wow. Okay. We have 26 minutes, 25, 26 minutes. I want to look at this Odin TE and see what the deal is with this thing. I played it during the break in between. I took it just into a training room. But I'm curious. Now, I haven't done anything on this one here. 7.7 kilometer range. So you do need commander skills and stuff. Okay. All right. So that kind of settles it. I was just really curious because it felt to me... really felt to me like... we were missing something here. So the secondary battery fire range is 11.1 kilometer with both long-range secondary battery skills and then, of course, the secondary module. Okay. And then, of course, you have the flag on top of it. There you go. All right. Well, what's next on our list? BONKY and KSM. Oh, BONKY and KSM. All right. BONKY. KSM. Let's go. Bam. I think they're group 2. Yeah, KSM is in 4th place. BONKY is in dead last. Tied with MIBRA. Well, this last game is going to help Honkai Star Rail advance a little bit. So there's that. KSM definitely needs this upcoming win. We are not too far away from finishing, right? We're on BONKY KSM now. Next up, did I write this right? Inca and NGA, yes. And then we'll figure out where we go from there. We're going to try to find a very competitive game for you guys to round out the qualifiers. And then after that will be round 1 of the playoffs. Duckman, I'm sorry to hear your tab keeps crashing. I see on my Twitch screen. Let's see. I had to do something on my rerun PC as well just now. So, Twitch be twitching? It's probably the best way to describe what's happening. The Twitch, I feel like, is almost always doing that kind of garbage, right? There you go. Thank you, Twitch. All right, good. Thunder, happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna be on break for 22 minutes until the next scheduled match, guys. 22 minutes. I'll see if BONKY is in. BONKY KSM is in. They might want to start early. We shall see. In the meantime, I think I need another snack to get me through the rest of the day. BONKY has everybody in place. KSM missing somebody. So, sorry you're going to have to enjoy a moment of silence because I don't want you to hear me chewing. So I'll go ahead and run a commercial break while I'm having my snack. Just get that out of the way. How's that sound? Let's do it. I see Duckman is caught up to the end of the last game. Oh, man. Long day. Another 2.5 hours to go. 3.5. 3.5 hours. Thank you guys for choosing to spend some or most of your Tuesday or Saturday with me. It's a long day. Tomorrow will be a long day as well. Probably the same duration, maybe a little bit shorter. And simply because of the way brackets work, when you've got best of threes and stuff, you may end up with 2-0 sweeps and things move up and go faster. Possibly. We shall see. See if we have any updated schedule stuff here. No? Look how closely these two are. Wow. We saw Regalia too. Did we see Lego already? No. We did not. Alright, BONKY KSM. And here we go. Well, thank you, Darkman. Yeah, people can sub if they want, but don't have to. It's all good. This one should be interesting. Although BONKY doesn't seem to be doing too well. Neither is KSM, frankly, so. I feel like what we're seeing in Group 2 is a lot of fighting for like the middle slot. Which might really heat up at the end here. And then in Group 1. I suppose that BWLVS not playing today obviously is going to make it easier to advance, right? For the teams that are here, the 7 remaining teams. You have a better shot at it, just numerically speaking. But tempo tied first place of Resin is very impressive, very interesting. And then there's USPS. We saw them earlier too. We haven't caught Inca yet. Hello, Doom Turtle. We haven't caught Inca yet, but I believe I signed us up for that. Yeah, that's next. Inca versus NGA is going to be next. That could be really good. That could be really good, guys. Right there. Wow. Okay, then. 17 minutes to go in the tournament till we get to the next one. You're doing well? Good, good, good. Good, good, good. So after this tournament is done, I get to go make leftover spaghetti. We wanted something quick and easy that we could put together, you know, for dinner. That was decently healthy. And then when that's done, I need to decide how to cut this stream up to put to YouTube. Historically, what I've done in days like today is I will put a, really, Roswell, New Mexico is the hometown of Demi Moore? I had no idea. What I'll usually do is I'll cut the YouTube release to about an hour and a half each. So, you know, divide it up into parts. Cobra, thank you for your sub with Prime. Look at you. Just deployed a sub. Welcome to the Trident Trials, now with stealthy, uninterrupted viewing. Thank you very much, Cobra. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna cut this up because of the fact that it's like an hour and a half segments. It just feels weird, like an hour and a half to get through 3 games. But at the same time, like, I don't really know how else I want to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to kind of figure that out tonight. For Europe, and then of course for North America. We had 9 games covered on EU, so I could just do 3-3-3. That's easy enough. Do you guys feel there's value in the part where I took the tournament edition ships out into the training room myself and talked about them? Kind of feel like there's some good value there, but I don't know if I want that to be a separate video or tacked on to, you know, one or even both of the upcoming releases. I guess I could take a look at timing and see where we're at with timing. I did the card game on EU. Maybe I can cut that, for example. There are some things I could try to cut on the YouTube release. Maybe. I could do the card game on this. It's another press account, though, and I kind of... Unless you guys want to see me do the card game, if you guys have questions about how to do the cards and stuff, I'm certainly happy to do that for you guys. 15 minutes to go until our scheduled start time. See what's going on in the training room. We got 6 players from each. Okay. We're just waiting on 2 people to ready up. I mean, we're 15 minutes early. I almost wonder if they're going to want to just go. In case they do that, let's take a look at the teams a little bit, shall we? So, backing on off, we will start with BONKY. Welcome to Horny Jail, of course. They've been around since 2017. What are their goals? What are goals is their response. They've got Chukwama, Gooseneck, Merc85. Recognize all of those names. Now they have a Brazilian and an Aussie. Cool. Cool. And a Canadian as well. And I don't recognize the mercenaries here, but they might have renamed. And they're up against KSM, Kill Steal Mexico. They are from Mexico, Long Mexico, Capitalism Mexico, China Mexico, T Mexico. Existing since 2019, and their goals are who wins Abadero Crocodilo or Tralalero Tralala. Huh? I recognize Ganser, he's Chilean. Huh. And Sate, Swag over 9,000 boy, recognize those names. Siberian Dog, I recognize him. He's also Chilean. Interesting. Huh. Cool. I'm not sure what your question is, Gaelic. You're probably looking, you're probably looking at the, me talking through this, so PN KSM is quite close right now. I don't know if they updated the previous ones or not. So, only one person is not ready to go, so we may be getting to this sooner. We'll see. Lilith, I have no idea where Tempo came from. Gustavo, I don't know what the evidence command is supposed to do. AC has been doing a good job so far. Just kicked off. It is 2:48. Cool. Jaquama's asking if everybody's ready. I'm gonna say I'm ready to go. Maybe we get this over with. We'll see. Wash wants me to take a walk. Of course, of course. Frank Fletcher responding with the best possible way. Hoi. Hoi. You guys remember the good old days of the closed beta test of this game, where people would just type hoi into all chats all the freaking time. EST152, thank you for the follow, by the way. Copes, I thank you as well. And Megas, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you guys are having a good time. And don't forget to be active so you can get in for the giveaway draws, huh? KSM is being asked if they are ready to go. So far, no response. Hello, Jesse, over on YouTube. I don't know what you mean by can you hit the gritty? I guess you can clarify that in 5 minutes. Ganser has responded, yes, guys, we are bringing you KSM BONKY in moments. Had a feeling they were going to do something like this. Whole lot of waiting around, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. That's just what it's like on the first day. Kind of feel like they could have made them 25-minute gaps instead of 30 and probably would have been fine. All right, let's go. Hit the button. All right, here we go. BONKY versus KSM. Go to Horny Jail versus Kill Steel Mexico. BONKY bringing a Kleber Tournament Edition, another regular Kleber, another Kleber Tournament Edition, and another regular Kleber. So 4 Klebers on Team BONKY. Now, we discovered this before, but the main battery range of the Klebers are actually quite low, the tournament editions. You enjoy direct commentary. Awesome. I'm glad to know it's helpful. We got Merc in a unique upgrade, Petropavlovsk, and Frank is in his brick, the Vermont. Opposing them on the Fado Islands, my map, is Siberian Dog in a unique upgrade Kleber. I think this is the first unique upgrade Kleber I've seen. This tournament. We got a San Martin, missing 1 flag. Ganser's now in an Odin Tournament Edition. Petropavlovsk, that's Sate, unique upgrade. Israel is in a St. Vincent. And Swag Over 9000 Boy is in the other Tournament Edition Odin. Neither of these two opting to go anything into the secondaries. They're just looking for all the damages with the main battery, even though they haven't taken the AP buff. Interesting. Well, whatever. Just focusing more on heavy survivability. I guess that makes sense. Actually, you know, getting an extra heal from improved repair party readiness isn't really a bad thing for these. It's actually really good because they don't have a lot of heals. And it is a super heal, so you kind of want to get an extra heal. I kind of like that idea, honestly. All right, well. And Siberian Dog now, he's doing unique upgrade Kleber, which is basically turning him into mostly a torpedo, luck-chucking torpedo boat. Remember, these are not the same lengthy torpedoes that a Kleber TE has, which is 12 kilometer. This is 8 kilometers. So, Siberian's going to be very heavily dependent on his teammates to do things and shoot people. Now, they are setting the lone San Martin. That's Firewolf Moon. He's off to Narnia to just be the difficult the difficult cruiser. That's obviously going to be the kite side. So we see this a lot where Super Unicum clans like to put most of their beef on one side of the map and then have a token force that will kite away. What's interesting is that he's about to run into both Klebers, Tournament Edition and regular Wolfpack. We'll see how that plays out in a little bit, as Ganser does take a torpedo despite having Hydroacoustic Search on. Chukwama getting spanked a little bit, but continuing to back off. I was just looking for it. Vermont has an angle on Ganser's Odin. Nothing. A little bit. Still pretty much nothing. So BONKY's gonna give up a little bit of map control. But you can kind of see if you look at the map here, draw a best fit line. It's pretty darn even. Oh, Dauntless, how you doing? Pretty darn even, although Ganser's already taken a bit of a pounding. Here comes another Petro Salvo. Not much. St. Vincent coming up. Aha. Getting nothing out of that too. Now, San Martin, does he have radio location? He does not. So because he doesn't have radio location, he has no idea that these destroyers have just left him alone. Sate might detect him if he pops his radar, but he doesn't really have a particular reason to do so. The reason I'm highlighting this is because that San Martin is going to spend a lot of time just circling around down here, doing nothing until finally they figure out that the Clebers have moved up here. And once they've discovered that, then they're going to obviously try to rush San Martin into the cap. Another torpedo hit, this time on the St. Vincent. Ganser, though. Ganser. Using a super heal, he's kind of stuck bow in. Got 3 more DCPs available. Have the Clebers been detected yet? They have been detected now. So you can see that now. Firewolf Moon is going straight to Sea Cap. Oh, nice hit on Gooseneck. That was, looks like the Odin Tournament Edition hitting him. I do like the aggression from Siberian Dog, using his concealment advantage to keep Chukwama detected for his team. But at the same time, as you can see, his torpedoes are just too short. They can't really do much against Chukwama. He's still firing them off, though, just to let Chukwama know he's right there. Nice dodge with the torpedoes there for swag over 9,000 boy. And now you've got 3 battleships, or 2 cruisers and 1 battleship, all behind the same rock.
The enemy is about to win.
Usually that's not a good idea. Oh? Look what's happening back at Sea Cap. I wonder if Firewolf Moon even knows this is Kleber TE is here. He's detected. He's got to know. There's the radar. There we go. He gets spotted. That island gets what's coming to him. Look back up at the top here at this little ball at the island. Swirl trying to come out, but oh, okay. I had a feeling he was about to take a little bit too much damage there, but he did okay. Gooseneck spotted again in the Kleber. Oh, big hit there, and all Gooseneck got off of that was 1 lone torpedo. So there's really no easy way for BONKY to grab the Sea Cap now. San Martin's got it well in hand. I do like Sate's positioning here with the Petro. He's being very cautious, ensuring that nothing can go and just charge him. But you can see now they're bringing him up so that he can get an angle on Gooseneck's Kleber. Probably figure if Gooseneck is going to sit there and play those kind of peekaboo games, then why not have Sate take him off from the other side? There's the radar. Here's the shots. They connect right over that flat piece of land. Right over that flat piece of land. Gooseneck trying to back up. That's not going to protect him. Next salvo will probably end him right here. No! The island does actually protect him. Impressive. Of course, Sate's just reloading anyway. So Gooseneck detects him, says, "Oh crap," and he's got no choice but to reverse. He's probably going to wait for Sate to fire his guns again, and then he's probably going to move forward now. This would be his opportunity to go forward and luck chuck torpedoes. He's choosing not to. And the reason why that's a bit of a problem is, well, that.
The enemy is about to win.
Eventually, Sate gets around and he dies anyway. So you're better off just sallying forth, firing off the torpedoes. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. But you can see Kierman here is now here in the Kleber Tournament Edition. He's going to race and charge against Sate's Petropavlovsk. Oh, big hit there. They get there. Now, he's got his torpedo reload booster available. He's got his heal going. There's the torpedoes. There's the reload boost. And he's waiting for Sate to fire his guns. Now he's going to swing out and do it again. Or he's being greedy and making sure... Okay. He chose to be greedy. Fine. He didn't need the other torpedoes. That's the problem, though, with the Petropavlovsk. I was just a moment ago talking about good positioning. I understand why they brought Sate up, but unfortunately, the Kleber TE Kierman was able to just come right at him. Now, he's going to go to the backfield now. This is key. He's going to get in the ACAP. And look how close the points are. Kisrael's St. Vincent is in trouble. Chukwama all the way, literally all the way at the back corner. Look at that. Using his guns, reload booster, everything. Kisrael's DCP is down, so now fires will be sticky. Vermont, by comparison, has taken damage, but doesn't feel like as catastrophic. And those torpedoes are going to miss. Brick does more brick things. And Merc goes down in the Petropavlovsk to the San Martin. Firewolf man coming up on the side here. Wow. Very ballsy play by San Martin. Cool to see, because we rarely see a San Martin actually being aggressive and pushing. On the other side, Kierman backing off. Does he have hydro? Does he have smoke? Does he have heal? Nothing except for the hydro. Hydro doesn't help him in this situation. Siberian Dog even, he's like, I know I got this. He's got his reload booster ready, all that good stuff. Now, Kierman can still luck chuck torpedoes, as you can see. He's going to luck chuck them that way. He'll probably flip the other direction, luck chuck them again, and then use his reload booster. At least that's what I would do, unless his torps are down on the other side of him. Hard to tell. Spag over 9, 1,000 boys having none of that, though. And Frank Fletcher's Vermont goes down 28 seconds until a KSM victory. KSM with all the flags, or caps. They own all the caps. They're getting all the point gain. Do not, absolutely do not see a way back in for KSM. Or for BONKY, sorry. 6 seconds to go. And that will be game. So let's grab our death pick here. There we go. Of a sinking Vermont. Alrighty then. Putin would be happy and proud because Team Bravo won. Congratulations to Kill Steel Mexico. Alrighty then. Let's back on off of this and get back to our tournament page. And let's do a time check. Alright, we have 27 minutes until our next scheduled match. 3:03. If they would have started just a little bit earlier, maybe we could have found another game. Oh well. Oh well. I'm sure all the other ones have started. These guys have been all starting early because, you know, they don't want to sit around. And I get it. I completely get it. So next up is going to be Inca versus NGA. Inca versus NGA. There we go. So 2 more games left. I have purposely not picked a final here. I will pick it based off of how the standings are looking, essentially. Okay, that's my feeling on this. We'll do Inca NGA first, and then we'll pick something down here, and then after that's done, we'll move on off to the playoffs. Okay. So hopefully, you guys can stay tuned. Should be a lot of fun once we get there. But like I said, we got 25 minutes until our next scheduled match. But now's a great opportunity to Get up, stretch your legs, touch grass, grab something to drink, whatever you want to do. All right, let's we'll go ahead and run a commercial break now. Actually, I'll wait a little bit longer just to make sure the game expires and stuff like that, and then we'll do it. I see Banana and PN. They're in training room. I'm seeing if they started yet. I might be able to pick them up. They just finished. Okay. Yeah, everybody's starting this early because they just want to be done. Like I said, I don't blame them. It might mean that we finish our stuff early too. Everybody's just finished. These games are going fast and they're starting early. Cool. Oh, we just covered BONKY, so... Maybe I can cover them because they have 6-6. That's these guys here. Because if they're starting early, then I can stick around and cover it. A 6 Bazan strat. So it looks to me like we can do this. Okay, so we did BONKY KSN. MIBRA versus BONKY. Let me go to... Qualifiers. Inca and they're in group 1. Okay. Inca NGA is group 1. Inca NGA is group 1. Inca HOTS, Inca USPS. Oh, I can scroll down. That makes it easier. Inca NGA. Right here. Fearless red. Yes. Okay, they are going. Okay. Let's do a commercial break then to be sure. And MIBRA versus BONKY. We're going to see BONKY again. So I haven't introduced you guys formally to MIWBRA. So real quick, let's talk about who they are. MIBRA, sorry. Marina Imperial do Brazil. They are a Brazilian team that represents Brazil in this championship since 2025. Their goals for this tournament is our player. And they're all Brazilian. Let's go. All right, so managed to pick this one up because I found a couple of teams that were just ready and sitting in this training room. So, hey, let's do it. So this is our first look at MIBRA. And our first time seeing a Lu Xun on Estuary. Interesting choice on the Lu Xun. We got a Des Moines, reload, a unique upgrade Petropavlovsk and Ohio, and 2 Odins. Uh-oh. 1 Odin that completely forgot flags. Woof. There are so many things to keep in mind when it comes to setting up the ship. Commander builds, and then upgrades, and then flags. All 3 of those. Used to be, you also had to remember camos, too. And once upon a time, you even had to remember premium consumables, for those of you old enough to remember that in this game. Okay. BONKY, to the south, has 2 Klebears, Klebear and Tournament Edition, heading one direction, and then another similar pack heading towards CCAP, backed up by a Petropavlovsk with unique upgrade, and then finally an Ohio, full secondary Ohio. Interesting. I like it. The only thing I would change is I might, oops, I was afraid that was going to happen. I was afraid I was going to grab that by accident. Yuck. Let's see. I think I can do this and then drag it down a little bit. No? Come on, game. So the only way to fix that is to drop the scale size down, drag this thing down. Come on. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. So they do grab the cap. I mean, it makes sense. Play bears, they can just race on over. That's easy for them to do. I really hate that I can't drop this even lower, though. Is it because of... No. Hello, game. Thanks, game. Okay, now we disable drag and drop. That would have been nice to have done before. But, oh well. I guess it's just gonna be stuck there. People watching on vertical, you can see most of the build. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know how I can drop it though. First world problems, everyone. First world problems. How the heck did I have that down there before? Oh, it's probably because at maximum size, it can't fit. No? Oh, well, whatever. Ugh. I'll just move it there so it looks like it belongs. Jeez. Anyway. We have contact over on the other side of the map now. BONKY running into MIBRA, who's gone really heavy over on this side. Lucian is by himself over at A, which just feels odd. Feels very odd. Oh, big hit there on Zraith's Ohio from Lamoro's Ohio. That was a brilliant shot. And you can see MIBRA bringing their Petro all the way in. Oof, this Lucian has just been getting wrecked. Absolutely clobbered. His engines are out. He's about to take a torpedo even. Probably waited too long to start the heel. Oof. Unfortunate for them. That's probably going to get them relatively easy win on this flank, because now the Petro is just going to sit there and take torps until he dies. So I think the real key for MIBRA at this point is to just be super aggressive on this flank. They have to find a way in. Good luck, because you're basically charging against walls of torpedoes, as you guys can see. Zraith might die, but look at all these torpedoes. All these torpedoes on the Odin. Wow. Absolutely non-stop. Relentless. Well, Wraith now being forced to show some side to the 2 Odin tournament editions. Meanwhile, also taking fire from the rear from both the Ohio and the Des Moines. More torpedoes coming into All for One's Odin. And looks like Xanter's Petro has managed to get into the cap, but I don't know he's going to get out of the cap. There goes the Ohio. We figured that was coming. It's just a matter of time. All for One, though, loses his Ohio, too, which is a very unfortunate trade for MIBRA. They really needed to have their Ohio survive. Potato Armor at 873 hit points. Is he going to die here? Follow this last salvo as Potato Armor goes dark. And the railguns say die. Brilliant shot there by Xanter's Petropavlovsk for MIBRA. Absolutely pivotal kill right there. Now he's going to be in the driver's seat. As soon as Kermain's Kleber TE gets behind the island, he'll be safe from resets for a bit. And that gives him time for his hydroacoustic search to come back, all that stuff. Meanwhile, Chukwama in the Kleber dealing with a Des Moines and an Ohio. Des Moines' hydro is down, though. And on the other side, the extreme end, you've got the Odin Tournament Edition against the Petro and against the Kleber TE. Chukwama manages to go dark, save the ship for a little bit longer. At this moment, MIBRA has every cap under their control. Every cap under their control. Single fire torps by Bremerton. And Selflin unfortunately turns and eats them all. Huge kill for BONKY. They needed that kill. They needed that kill. On the other side of the map, I saw on the mini-map the Kleber TE pushing up, getting behind Xanter's Petropavlovsk. But Xanter's in a really nice position. He just needs to straighten out so he can speed up past these torpedoes. Oh, almost got the kill. Almost got the kill. Oh, 910 hit points. Xanter saves the ship, gets the heel off. That's going to secure it over there. It's not going to be easy for them to come back in and grab that cap. And now you've got a Des Moines and an Ohio that are surrounded by a Petro on one side and a Kleber on the other. Meanwhile, you've got Bremerton taking his Tournament Edition Kleber and speeding as fast as he can to the B cap, knowing that Chukwama is probably going to die soon. But, boy, is he getting good work out of that reload boost. Did you see that with this AP? Kleber AP into a broadside Des Moines. Oof. So what does it leave you with? It leaves you with an Ohio that's also sailing quite sideways to the Petropavlovsk, who's bow into him. He's going to want to turn, but as you can see, some brilliant torpedoes laid earlier might find their mark. Ohio continuing to turn, show broadside. Going to take 2 torpedoes right here. That is going to hurt a lot. This Ohio, unfortunately, just unable to compete against the Petro. Xanter's out of heals, so is Kermain's Kleber TE. And I kind of feel like Xanter almost needs to try to get involved with his Petro to help kill this other one. Also, Lamora could honestly just slow down and brake check the Petro here. Suppose he might be worried about the Petro going past him and hitting him broadside, but a trade, well, actually a trade doesn't work out in his favor, does it? So he really can't afford to brake check. Wow. Xanter is detected on the other side. Like I said, if he would have come this way, he could have been supporting his teammate here on the Petropavlovsk. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. It's like the slowest ram possible. Like the slowest ram oh, just misses the ram. Just misses the ram. One more attempt. And that's gonna be it. He's forced to go sideways. And pink ramming flag for the win. Ohio survives the ram. Xanter called off, realizing it's not worth his time to go and chase after a ship that's going to just torpedo him for days. Hello, Gina. And, well, this has been quite an interesting turn. Lamora absolutely needs to turn north now in his Ohio. He can't just keep turning southward. Yes, they win in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. But I wouldn't just sit there and expect these Clebers to just allow MIBRA to win. I say that as Bremerton is actually charging. What is this madness? I mean, I know he's using the same kind of score timer I am. He knows he's going to lose unless he's able to defeat the Ohio. I would have thought that he'd try to hightail it over to A, but no. Okay. He's out of engine boosts. I see why now. Out of engine boosts. Why is Xanter sitting like he is? See him? No good. He shows broadside. Bad. Better hope that Xanter's ready to go. Lamora finding himself stuck against the edge of the mini-map, or edge of the map, just feels bad. Bremerton continuing to launch torpedoes. Remember, he's in a tournament edition. Oh, those torpedoes just barely get spotted. Or at least, Kierman's Kleber gets spotted. Oh no. Oh no. Is he going to turn and slow down? The Hydro is going to detect the torpedoes at a certain point. They've been detected by now. But he might have slowed down into 2 torpedoes, and that will absolutely flip the script. I don't understand why you went in like that and then turned south like that. Oh, but Bremerton opening up, getting spotted for a second here. If the Ohio can get this kill. Oh, he gets the kill! He gets the kill! Now it comes down to a lucky torpedo strike or Kierman getting into the A-cap. Lamora stuck on the edge of the minimap. He can't maneuver because it reaches out like glue and holds him, and that is going to kill him. Whoa. BONKY just somehow comes back with this. What the heck was this game? Well, congratulations, BONKY. Whew. So that's going to allow us to cover our scheduled game. All right. So I need to get ready for next one. That's Inca and NGA. Right. Inca versus NGA. Okay. I have a feeling these guys are going to start like as soon as I show up. So I'm going to purposely like hold for a